This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Today, the Birmingham Fuel and the Tacoma Grizzlies will do battle after their opening day losses, both scoring less than 5 points, and for Birmingham only having only about 50 yards in total on offense. Both teams will look to change their fortunes here. Hello everyone, I'm Tyler Falk, alongside Aaron Alexander up here in the booth. Welcome to Birmingham. We are so glad you could join us. Aaron, great to have you up here in the booth.
And thanks for having me here, Tyler. Definitely going to be an interesting game between these two teams. Just looking at the stat lines from last week, it looks like it's going to be more of a defensive struggle. So I'm expecting this to be a low-scoring game.
As we see the teams getting ready to go today, again, we mentioned that both teams had some struggles to begin their opening day. Which team do you think is going to change their fortunes here in week 2?
I honestly expect Tacoma to step up in a big way here, especially Johnny Reno, showing some signs of life, throwing for 187 yards last week. Unfortunately, was picked off 3 times, so they're going to look to fix that here.
We'll see who has made the better second game adjustments coming into week 2, as it'll be the Birmingham Fuel who will kick it off to Tacoma. As here we go, week 2 in the SFLm is underway. Turn gets started from about the 15-yard line, breaking it to the near side is the return man. A good little return there from Mitchell Simpson, the wide receiver. And that is where Mike Savage, Johnny Reno, Brad Jones, and company will come on the field to start their opening drive.
Absolutely. Again, we're going to look for Johnny Reno to try and correct his woes from last week and pick up some big yardage here against Birmingham.
So Johnny Reno will be under center with split backs behind him and 2 wide receivers to his right. Handoff up the middle. Good little spin move there from the halfback Brad Jones. He'll pick up a couple and be brought down as we introduce you to the Grizzlies offense. Johnny Reno is the man under center with Brad Jones, the halfback, and Hattori Hanzo at fullback, with Mike Savage and Shane Kaufman leading the wide receiving core, with Bill Henry at tight end. Second down here for Tacoma as Birmingham throw 8 men in the box. Reno back to pass here on second down, finds his man on the out route. That's a good little pitch and catch there to, I believe, Shane Kaufman, and that'll pick up 6 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, there was some good patience there from Johnny Reno to get that ball into the hands of Shane Kaufman. Pretty heavily covered on that out route.
Third and short for Tacoma. They come out in the split back formation. They featured twice so far on the drive. Handoff up the middle again for Jones. And he's fighting for the first down marker, but solid tackle there by the defense, led by Tazzy Blackwell, as she'll bring up the 4th down for Tacoma.
Yeah, Tazzy Blackwell's one of the 2 defensive players I expect to hear a lot this game. 6 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackle for losses last week against Lexington.
Solid opening week for her in the losing effort as the Grizzlies will punt it away. Johnny Landers back to punt, and he gets his spiraling punt away down there to about the 21. Man, spins around, goes backwards behind the 20, and he'll lose yardage on the return. Not what you want to see from the return man, that being Xavier Inman.
Yeah, I think just a little, early game jitters there from the return man. Just turned around, tried to make something happen, just didn't work.
And here on first down, first-year quarterback Bryce Hardaway will be in the gun immediately with Randy Squarebush and Zodas Dorgan off to his left and right. 3 wide receivers also in the formation here on first down. It'll be an out route near side. That one's hauled in by Nick Lockett, who gets by a man but steps out of bounds after picking up 8. And that's a good little play call right there, already on the forward track.
Yeah, Bryce Hardaway and the rest of this offense definitely want to put up some big yards after being held to only 53 last week in Lexington. And if you look, Lockett definitely didn't think he stepped out of bounds there and was just going.
After spreading the field, they'll stack in everybody tight. Here with the far formation, it'll be a handoff up the middle for the running back, and that's going to pick up the first down. Good run from Randy Squarebush. He was quiet last week, only having about 23 yards on the ground. He picks up 3 right there in the first.
Yeah, that's a strong start for Randy Squarebush here against Tacoma. Definitely looking to have a better game himself than he had last week.
And they'll respread the field, going back to the same formation they had on first down. Handoff this time up the middle for Squarebush, and Squarebush picks up 5 tough yards before being leveled at the 35. Let's go ahead and meet the Fuel offense with Bryce Hardaway under center. Randy Squarebush and Zotis Dorgan are the halfback and fullback respectively. Nick Lockett and Orain Darby are the wideouts, with the new signing Talon Steele taking the place of CJ Arthur permanently at tight end, and the guard is Patrick Kelly. Handoff up the middle again. Squarebush again featuring heavily in this opening drive for the Fuel. He'll pick up maybe a yard before being brought down by Wright.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Birmingham is fighting tooth and nail to get this run game off the ground. Try and show what Randy Squarebush is capable of.
Back to 3 wide with Hardaway in the gun. Squarebush and Dorgan off to his left and right. Another handoff for Squarebush. This time he gets taken down at the line of scrimmage. Getting into the backfield there was number 47, Axel Raven, with the stop.
Yeah, Axel Raven showing why he was one of the big contributors for Tacoma's defense last week. 6 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss, adding another one on that drive.
So both teams' opening drives will result in a punt, and we'll see Taylor Benjamin, who stands at about his 21, to send it on its way. Simpson waits at about his 26, spins away from one, and then is promptly sat on his putt at the 30-yard line.
I mean, that was a good spin move, got him an extra 4 yards there, but got absolutely lit up by the tailing defender there.
Now here comes Johnny Reno again. Last time out for this offense, they went 3 and out, looking to have a better drive with their second drive. It'll be a pass to start the drive from Reno. Pressure coming over the middle. That one's caught. Good little pitch and catch to Shane Kaufman, and the Grizzlies are in business after a pickup of 8.
Yeah, what a grab there from Shane Kaufman that very easily could have been picked off by Birmingham's defender. Kaufman just in the right place at the right time. Good route from him.
Got right in front of the defender, able to go ahead and snag that one and pick up the 8 yards. Now Tacoma will go in the I formation. 9 men in the box for Birmingham. It'll be a quick drop here from Reno. Dumps out to Brad Jones on the far side as Jones has a little bit of room to work there. And we'll get down to the 46 and a first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was actually Brad Jones' first successful catch so far this season, and he makes Birmingham pay for it, picking up that first down.
So he did have 1 reception. That one ended up going backwards. This time, he goes forward and picks up the much-needed first for his team. And Tacoma will continue their drive. A new set of downs upcoming for them. Near formation on the field here for Tacoma. 4-3 look from Birmingham to counter. Reno back to pass, dumps out for Brad Jones this time on the near side. He's got a little bit more room to work on the near side, and it'll go back-to-back catches, back-to-back first downs for the halfback.
Yeah, and another strong run after catch there from Brad Jones. It took 3 different Birmingham defenders to take him down, so a strong showing there on the reception by the halfback.
He's got a little bit of speed there for being 210 pounds, able to get himself down the field in a hurry. Great acceleration there. Something I'm sure all the SFL scouts will be watching. Reno in the gun with Jones and Hanzo off to his left and right, 3 wide outs in the package. Reno back to pass, steps up in the pocket, floats it down the middle of the field, and great covers there from the strong safety, Nana Leahy, and that one's incomplete.
Yeah, the week 2 signing, Nana Leahy, just showing the strength that they add to this Birmingham offense, getting a big pass deflection that could have gone deep downfield.
And we'll touch more on the Birmingham defense as we go on through this football game. 5:36 on the clock here in the first quarter. Reno's just going to dump it off over the middle to his intended target, who's going to fight for a couple extra yards, and will pick up the first down. That's Mitchell Simpson.
Yeah, good catch there from the backup receiver. Strong run there as well to get that first down.
Good little drive being put together by Tacoma on the Birmingham 31. Now we'll see Johnny Reno all alone in the gun. Bunch set to his left, 2 wideouts to the near side of the screen. Back to pass. Pressure coming from the middle. He ain't going to get away from the pressure. Tremendous defensive effort there from the lineman. That's going to be Greg Verne with the sack. A loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, big sack there from Greg Verne. Birmingham's defense showing how strong they are. 20, 30 yards out from the goal line. It's going to put Birmingham in a rough, Tacoma in a rough spot.
They'll flip the formation, do Tacoma. All slants pattern, pass over the middle, intercepted over the middle by the linebacker, and Birmingham will take over.
That's a very impressive grab there from Ronald Ryan, the backup free safety, coming in and just snagging that ball right out of the air from Tacoma.
Great stop from the Birmingham Fuel as they look to make an impact. Unable, have yet to score a single point so far this season. Maybe that interception turns things around for them. Hardaway in the gun. He's back to pass. Blitz coming from Tacoma. Pass to the out route. That's picked off. Poor decision to throw as he was well covered. And Tacoma get the ball back after an interception by Mike Little.
And Mike Little says, everything you can do, I can do better. Absolutely beautiful read on the cut route there from the tight end, Talon Steele. And just, again, snags it out of his hands. And now we're heading back Tacoma's way.
So Tacoma, in just 2 plays, are right back on the field as Mr. Reno will go under center, trips to his left, and Brad Jones behind him in the backfield. He's back to pass, fires the outside. That's a little bit too far outside, and it'll fall incomplete as we introduce you to the Birmingham Fuel defensive lineup. Garrett Hudson and Dazzy Blackwell are the stud linebackers that lead this defense. Nana Leahy is the new strong safety, week 2 signing. Xavier Hawkins at corner, and Jerry D. Gond at the free safety spot. Three wideouts and a near look from the Tacoma offense. Be a handoff up the middle for Brad Jones. He shoulders a man at about the 34. It'll get positive yardage to the 31, and it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, another strong run there from Brad Jones. Also had some really, really good blocks that help him get that extra yardage.
I formation here on 3rd and 5. Reno back to pass, pressure coming, able to get it away to Shane Coffin, and Coffin maybe led a bit too far, and it's going to be ruled incomplete, and we may see Potty for the first time today.
I was going to say I would expect Tacoma to challenge that. It looked like Shane Kaufman had a foot in on that catch, so we'll have to see what the replay has for us here.
And for the first time this evening, we'll see R62 go under the hood, and we'll take a look at it right along with him.
Yep. Had that foot in, it looks like, right as he caught it, and just momentum sent him out of bounds.
And remember, here in the SFL and SFLm, you just need 1 foot and a completed catch to pick up a catch here in the SFL. You don't need 2 like you need in the NFL. And indeed, the call will be overturned, and it will be a first down for Tacoma.
Yeah, pretty expected there, I think, after looking at the replay. Good call from ref number 62. I think he called it right.
So after the reversal, There'll be a heavy set on the field now for the Grizzlies as they'll put 3 backs in the backfield. Brad Jones on the call to the far side. He's got a lane. He's got a foot race to the end zone. He shrugs off a man and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Tacoma!
Absolutely brilliant running there from Brad Jones. I believe he broke 2 or 3 tackles there and just gets his hands out to break the plane and put up 6 points for Tacoma.
Just look at the blocking downfield. The entire team came off the edge and just set the edge for Brad Jones. And what effort there from Brad Jones just to fight off the last defender and punch his ticket into pay dirt. And so now we will see Pati on to take the extra point. Go ahead there, Aaron.
I was just going to say, strong showing so far from Tacoma here in the first quarter. It's their first touchdown this season.
Snap spot. Kick is up and it is through. And so the Tacoma Grizzlies jump out in front on the road. It's 7-0. And if you're wondering what you're watching, and if you're new to the SFL or the SFLm, the Simulation Football League or the Simulation Football Minor League, combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Turn gets started about the 5-yard line. Turn man starts to angle it to the far side, but he's met right there at the 26, and that is where the Fuel will take over.
Yeah, there was a strong return there from the return man, Xavier Inman, picking up 21 on that return.
Bryce Hardaway on the last drive threw a pick. We'll see if he's learned his lesson. 3 wideouts in the formation with Squarebush and Dorgan off to his left and right. He's back to pass. Good contain there from the offensive line. It's a deep ball down the middle of the field, and that one's hauled in by Nick Lockett. Huge gain on first down, and they're right at midfield.
What an absolute ball from Bryce Hardaway to get that into the hands of Nick Lockett. Got to give credit to this offensive line for Birmingham, though, for allowing him the time to make that throw.
Leading that line is Patrick Kelly, just absolutely taking care of business, definitely leading the rest of his line mates to say, hey, we got to protect our rookie quarterback and start making our way down the field. We got to put up some points. As Hardaway's in the gun again, this time an out route near side. That one's also caught by Nick Lockett, and he's going to fight forward and gain about 9 yards, as we'll introduce you to the Tacoma Grizzlies defensive lineup. John Swift is a Week 2 signing. He plays at defensive end, with Axel Raven and Everett Willis at the linebacking spots. Cody Griffin leads the cornerbacking core, with Owen Peace and Daniel Wright at the safety spots.
And don't forget about Earl Fields, the fourth at linebacker as well.
A handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Short yardage gain there from Randy Squarebush, but it's just enough to pick up the first.
Yep, sometimes that's all you need. It's just a strong short yardage run for your halfback to get that new set of downs.
It'll be a far formation coming down the field. Everybody packed in tight, both on the offense and defense. Instead, it'll go back to pass. Will Hardaway pass over the middle into the zone coverage, and that one's hauled in by the tight end, Derek Chance, for another first down.
Yeah, that's again, big throw there from Bryce Hardaway. His offensive line just giving him all the time in the world to throw these great passes.
Three wide, a staple look from Birmingham as they're nearing the red zone. Handoff up the middle again for Squarebush. He'll pick up about 3 before he's wrapped up and brought down.
Yeah, Squarebush showing that he's a workhorse. Unfortunately, hasn't really been able to break away anything big yet, but we'll see how things go for him as this game continues.
gun straight look from the Fuel as they enter the red zone. Hardaway will dump it off for Nick Lockett. He's been a very reliable target today as he'll pick up another 9 yards.
Absolutely. Lockett is Bryce Hardaway's favorite target right now. A couple really big passes between Lockett and Hardaway.
Bunch set near side and only one true defensive back in that area. Might be a mismatch. Instead, they'll go with a run up the middle for Squarebush, and Squarebush shoulders men left and right. He'll pick up a couple, and he's down to the Tacoma 5-yard line.
Yeah, another strong run there from Randy Squarebush. That's exactly what you wanted to see there. And I do think you called it right, a bit of a mismatch. Not enough men in the box, and that allows Squarebush to pick up that first down, get him deeper into the red zone.
And just under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Birmingham knocking on the door. Goal line formation to counter Birmingham's heavy set. They'll get into the backfield, do the Grizzlies, and it's a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, and that was Axel Raven and the defensive tackle Ronald Springgreen on that tackle for loss there. Good penetration by this Tacoma defense.
And pressure backs off. Almost every single defensive back is standing in the end zone. Be a handoff, Squarebush up the middle, and maybe a little bit too lax, but able to get there for a touchdown saving tackle was Brian Brand.
Yeah, good read there from Brian Brand.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The Grizzlies have the lead at the moment with the Fuel at the 2-yard line. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Welcome back to Birmingham. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Aaron Alexander up here in the booth, and Birmingham looking to put their first points on the board of the season. Squarebush gets the call, and he's met in the backfield for another loss. And we'll see the field goal unit led by Ken Martin come on the field to tack home 3 points.
Yeah, and that was Jeff Olson there, the inside linebacker, leading the charge, getting that penetration, and forcing Birmingham to accept 3 here.
And Ken Martin, this should be a chip shot, about a 21-yarder from the left hash. High snap, spot kick is up, and it is good, and Birmingham get their first points of the season by the way of a Ken Martin field goal. Tacoma lead 7-3.
Yeah, but good drive Birmingham put together there. Unfortunate they couldn't turn that into 7. A big stand from Tacoma's defense there deep in the red zone.
And we'll see Martin go ahead and kick this one away to get us rolling once more. Mitchell Simpson waits at about his 7 to begin his return, and he'll bring it up toward the middle, try and angle to the far side, but he is met right there by Tim Carroll at the 25-yard line. The Simulation Football Minor League is in its 3rd season and is underway, and you can watch every Friday night live on the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Simulationfl. The league is full of the newest players who have gone from couch to field and are hoping to one day be on national TV. Want to get on the field? It's never too late. Visit www.simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create a player, and start building your career today. As Johnny Reno is wrapped up by Greg Vern for his 2nd sack of the ball game.
Yeah, that was an absolutely great sack there from Vern. Absolutely tearing up this Tacoma offensive line.
So here comes Tacoma after the loss of 6 on the sack in the ace formation. Linebacker shift to the outside as the handoff up the middle for Brad Jones. Maybe picks up 2, and they're going to hurry back up to the line. Long ways to go for the first down. 3rd and 14 upcoming. Still in the ace formation. Another handoff on 3rd and long, and it goes nowhere. And Birmingham are up to the task, and it's a quick 3-and-out for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Birmingham's defense just stepped up in a big way there, led by that big sack from the defensive tackle, Greg Verd.
So rather quickly, here comes Johnny Landers on a punt this one away. High snap, which is corralled there by Landers, and he sends it on its way. A little stutter step there from the return man, Xavier Inman, and he picks up a couple before being dropped at the 45-yard line. And here comes Bryce Hardaway. Much better drive than a couple of his earlier drives, able to lead his team down the field, and eventually they would pick up 3 points.
Yeah, they're going to look to try and replicate some of that success on this drive here, but are definitely going to look to actually punch it in to the end zone with some great field position to start out.
Offset eye here on first down. Tight end flex to the right. Quick drop here from Hardaway. He's going to dump off to Squarebush on the far side, and Squarebush met at about midfield, and that's where they'll mark him as he's taken down by a couple of Grizzlies.
Yeah, strong run after the catch there to pick up 4 yards on that reception, stick him right at midfield.
So 2nd and 6 coming for the Fuel as the tight end that was flex comes back to the line in the 3-down set. Handoff, Squarebush up the middle, picks up a couple before being brought down by Axel Raven. 3rd down upcoming for the Fuel.
Yeah, another strong short yardage run there from Squarebush, picking up half the distance to the first down marker here.
Third down, big 3rd down as Hardaway is in the gun with Squarebush to his right. It's a play action to Squarebush, out route near side, hauled in, and falling to the ground is Orain Darby with his first reception of the ball game.
Yeah, big route there from Darby to pick up that first down. And a nice throw again from Hardaway with pressure coming in order to get that into Darby's hands.
See, there you are, Darby. I heard him thinking it in here in chat that Coach might have me on the sideline. No, you're out there, buddy, and you got yourself a reception. First down for Birmingham at the Tacoma 44. Play action again to Squarebush. Pressure coming, and down goes Hardaway. Tremendous pressure applied there from the Tacoma defense, and it's Ulysses McCarthy with the sack.
Yeah, I just don't think that Bryce Hardaway liked the look downfield. Unfortunately, didn't really have enough time to throw the ball away, and Ulysses comes up with a big sack.
So a couple of sacks that have really set both teams back, as it'll be 2nd and 17 for the Fuel. Guns straight with the trips to the left. Going to be a stop route tipped up in the air, and that mercifully falls incomplete as there are multiple Grizzlies who swarmed to that football, and it's 3rd and a country mile upcoming.
Yeah, there were a couple Fuel guys there, too, that could have gotten hands on it and had tried to turn it upfield. Unfortunately, it doesn't go that way for either team and just falls incomplete.
So they'll return to the gun straight formation. Bryce Hardaway all alone in the gun. And a dime look from the Grizzlies. Need to get to the 34. Hardaway fires a short out route to Nick Lockett. That picks up a couple, but it's well short of the first down marker. And here comes Taylor Benjamin and the punting unit.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of these really bad sacks have ended up with only, 2 or 3 yards gained on the subsequent downs. And Birmingham, unfortunately, going to have to punt it away again here.
Punts away from Benjamin, angling toward the far sideline. That's going to take a Grizzlies bounce. That's going to roll right into the end zone. Down for a touchback. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL.
Let me get signed first, then I'm gonna pick up some myself.
There we go. There we go. As we will see Johnny Reno and company start their next possession. Quick drop from Reno. Out route to the far side. Has a defender all turned around as Mike Savage. Maybe that's a little bit of savagery from the wide receiver as he'll pick up the first down.
Absolutely agree with that there. Beautiful route from Mike Savage to break loose to the defender, turn it upfield, and a strong run to get that first down. I believe that was his first catch of this game as well.
And what a catch to make Reggie Newsom all turned around. Definitely looked like a chicken with his head cut off over there on the far side. We'll see if Newsom can recover from the savagery of Mike Savage. New set of downs here for Tacoma as this time Reno is wrapped up almost immediately by the defense. It's Brandon Duncan picking up the third sack of the ball game for Birmingham.
Yeah, some more great penetration from this Birmingham defense to get into the backfield. Another big sack for Birmingham on Johnny Reno.
We'll again go with the empty set and 4 wide receivers here on second down. Another quick drop from Reno. Pass far side, picked off by the Fuel. And the Fuel's defense is lighting it up. It's Nanalehi, the week 2 signing, with his first interception of his career.
Welcome to the SFLm, Nanalehi. Beautiful read there to grab that ball from Johnny Reno. Congrats on your first interception.
And the Fuel will take over in excellent field position at the Tacoma 41-yard line. Offset eye behind Bryce Hardaway. 2 wide receivers on the play. It's going to be a delay handoff for Squarebush. He runs through 1 defender before being gang tackled right there at the 37 after picking up 4 yards.
And that just shows how strong Randy Squarebush can run if given the opportunity. Breaks 1 and it takes 3 Tacoma Grizzlies to take him down.
And here comes the Birmingham staple. Hardaway in the gun. Dorgan, Squarebush, off to his left and right and 3 wideouts. Handoff, Squarebush to the left side this time. He's met in the backfield by Axel Raven and company. And it's going to be a loss of maybe a yard and 3rd down upcoming as this is a huge problem for the Fuel as Squarebush looks slow to get up.
Yeah, it's still absolutely great penetration again. This time from Tacoma to stop Squarebush in the backfield.
And Squarebush is indeed back again next to Hardaway. He gets the call on 3rd down, goes up the middle and goes nowhere. Interesting play call, and it's a quick 3 and out after the pick.
Yeah, this defense playing absolutely no games with Birmingham on this drive, forcing a very, very quick 3 and out.
So out of Ken Martin's reins, they'll trot out Taylor Benjamin, the punter, to see if they can't play the field position game. Good punt there to the far side. That's going to drop it about the 7 and angle toward the end zone. It's hauled in, but running into the end zone is the hands team, and it's another touchback for the Birmingham special teams unit. Semi-final Saturday on Next Level Sports kicks off about 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The winner of Baltimore and Lone Star meets the winner of Florida and Las Vegas. On the other side of the bracket, the victors of Arizona and Detroit and Fort Worth, Vancouver will clash. The SFL on Next Level Sports, we put the fan in fantasy. Reno back to pass, pocket collapsing, and that suspiciously is not a pass interference. That looks suspiciously like that tackle was well before the ball was even in the area of the wide receiver.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that. I'm surprised there's no flag on that play. Ref 62 just blindfolded or something. Absolutely blatant interference that doesn't get called.
Wow, incredible non-call there by R62, but who am I to judge? Ace formation on the field now. Handoff, Brad Jones gets a hole up the middle and will pick up 7 yards right to about the spot where they would have been had that been called maybe a pass interference.
Absolutely. Some strong running there from Brad Jones and some great blocks by this offensive line to allow him to get deep into the second level and pick up 7 for a short third down situation.
3rd and 3 upcoming for the Grizzlies. As we saw Nanalehi shift over, already has 1 pick in his debut so far today. Be a stretch play near side for Brad Jones. Has a couple of blocks. Has a hole down the near side. He's to the 50. Racing to the 40. Has a block. Tries to get away from Leahy, but Leahy wraps up Jones from behind at the 31.
Leahy just saved what could have been Tacoma's biggest touchdown of this young season. Absolutely beautiful play, though, from this Tacoma's offense. All of the blocks right where they were needed. Big opening for Brad Jones to just run with all sorts of daylight.
Solid work from the offensive unit for Tacoma. Now they're set up at the Birmingham 31 and then fresh set of downs. Reno doesn't like what he sees, calls an audible. Will float this one to the far side. That's hauled in by Mike Savage. His second reception of the day, and another big one. He'll pick up another first down. So both times that Reno has targeted Savage have resulted in first downs. Out, Aaron.
It's almost like Mike Savage is a savage receiver, Tyler.
When he needs something done, throw it to Mike Savage, and he'll just have his way with those defenders. Looked like the defense had just backed off, not expecting the ball to be thrown in his direction, and Savage makes him pay as they are now in the red zone at the 14. Jones split off to the right as Reno under center floats one. It's deflected and it'll fall incomplete. It looked like Garrett Hudson nearly had a pick 6 on tap.
Yeah, unfortunately just couldn't get his hands on it. These short yardage situations, though, deep in the red zone is where Birmingham's defense has thrived, both last week against Lexington and here against Tacoma, only allowing 1 touchdown so far this game.
So we'll see Tacoma come out in the gun. Jones and Hanzo off to his left and right. Reno back to pass. Good pocket. Floats it near side. That one's hauled in just over the outstretched hands of Gary D. Gahn. That one's hauled in for a gain of about 9. It's 3rd and 1 upcoming.
Absolutely beautifully thrown ball there from Johnny Reno into the hands of Shane Kaufman, over the hands of both Jerry D. Gond and Xavier Hawkins.
3rd and short upcoming. Here deep in the red zone. Goal line set for Birmingham. It's going to be a stretch play near side. This time doesn't work out so well. And there's Greg Verne taking down Brad Jones behind the line. And Tacoma will have to settle for a field goal.
Yep, like I said, Birmingham's red zone defense is absolutely lethal. If you let it get, if you let them get your hands on you, and unfortunately Tacoma's going to have to settle for a 3 here, the 2-minute warning.
And we reached the 2-minute warning. Birmingham driving again. We'll see what they can do after the field goal. On comes Potty on to attempt the field goal to put them back up by 7. He was 1 for 1 last week from 28 yards. This one a much shorter kick. Takes his time and knocks it home from 23 as Tacoma retake the 7-point advantage. It's 10-3.
I'll be honest, I was a little scared that kick was about to get blocked. Birmingham's defense was all over the spot of the kick. Unfortunately for Birmingham, Potty got it away before they could get any block on it.
And Potty will send this one on its way to Xavier Inman at about the 5. That's his return started to the 20. Tries to make a man miss and is taken out by his kneecaps at the 24-yard line. So here comes Bryce Hardaway and company as they look to start a 2-minute drill drive.
Absolutely. They're going to look to build on what's been working for them so far. Unfortunately, haven't really been able to get anything going yet.
It's the Birmingham special, 3 wideouts, and Squarebush and Dorgan off to the left and right of Hardaway. He's back to pass. Pressure coming from the outside. Deep ball there to Lockett, and that one's hauled in for a gain of 20 plus to the 46-yard line.
Just as I say, they haven't been getting anything going. Hardaway to Lockett proves me wrong. Absolutely great catch and pass between these two again.
10-3 is your score line. Tacoma kicked the field goal, and Birmingham are driving if you're just joining us. Bryce Hardaway in the gun straight formation with trips to the left. He's back to pass. Good pocket. Pass over the middle. That one's hauled in by Orain Darby for another first down, and the Birmingham Fuel continue to march down the field. Hardaway back to pass again. Deep ball, Lockett. That's hauled in, and he steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Absolutely beautiful ball again between Hardaway and Lockett with the IQ to step out of bounds and stop the clock.
Gets his foot down and steps out of bounds right there at the 23, and the Fuel looked like they have plenty of gas in the tank today as they look to even up the score line before the half. Birmingham special, 3 wide, 2 backs on either side of Hardaway. This time flipped with trips to the near side. Pass to the underneath route. That one's hauled in by Lockett. He'll pick up 9 before being brought down by Daniel Wright, and they'll hustle back up to the line again. Back to pass again. Ball to the end zone. That's hauled in. Orain Darby. Touchdown. Fuel.
Was actually the backup Xavier Inman on that grab. Absolutely beautiful route to confuse Tacoma's defense, and makes them pay for it big. That's a huge touchdown for Birmingham.
And the first touchdown of the season for this Fuel offense. First passing touchdown for Bryce Hardaway. Congratulations, first of many, I can tell, from the young quarterback, as we'll see Ken Martin on to attempt the extra point. Snap spot. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and we're all square again at 10 with 43 seconds remaining in the first half.
I said this was going to be a defensive struggle. I was admittedly not expecting this scoreline. A good game for both Tacoma and Birmingham thus far.
And thanks to Isaiah Bennett commenting, it was a 17-second drive. Appreciate the call out. As again, we'll get going with another kickoff. Simpson gets his return started deep in his own territory and will bring it out to the 26. And now with 37 seconds and 3 timeouts, the Grizzlies will have a chance to retake the lead. On comes Johnny Reno. He'll be in the gun, bunch set near side. 2 wideouts also to the top of the screen. High snap corralled there by Reno. Good pocket. Pass over the middle into crossing routes, and that one's hauled in and good enough for a first down, and quickly they'll take a timeout.
Yeah, that was a good catch there from the backup receiver, Damon James. And again, good patience here from Johnny Reno. Those crossing routes absolutely confusing Birmingham's defense. Good play call by Tacoma.
Clock stopped at 32 seconds. And now from their own 42, need about 30 yards to get into field goal range for Potty. Ace formation here on this first down. Handoff up the middle for Jones. Jones sneaks through a couple of linemen. It'll pick up 7 and then hurry back up to the line. They have yet to pass out of this formation. We'll see if they do so now. No, indeed another run for Jones. This time he gets backed up by Greg Verne. 3rd and 4, 10 seconds remaining. And it's a 3rd run up the middle for Brad Jones. And Jones gets the first down and they'll have to call a timeout to change the formation because it looks like they weren't prepared to throw the ball in that formation, Aaron.
Absolutely not. I admittedly am confused why Tacoma decided not to call a timeout earlier to change the formation up, but they're going to call it here with 3 seconds left. I doubt they're going to put it to the leg of Potty. I honestly expect maybe a Hail Mary formation here from Tacoma.
And indeed, they'll go into the Hail Mary formation. 4 wide receivers to the right of Johnny Reno. He's back to pass. One man gets away from the offensive line, and he's going to go down for the 4th time today. Grant Hinkle comes up with the sack, and that'll take us to halftime. So, Aaron, much better performances from both teams today as both have found the score sheet, and we're all tied up at 10. Who's had the better start to the week 2 action?
Honestly, it's kind of a toss-up right now. Birmingham has definitely gotten the pass game going better, but Tacoma has built more of a balanced game, so it's really too close to call even here at halftime.
Couple of picks today for both teams. 2 by Birmingham, 1 by Tacoma, as we saw just a couple of highlights going through it. And Nana Leahy has already made an impact, had a huge interception to stall the Tacoma drive. And we see Brad Jones. He's had a huge day, 90-plus yards on the ground so far for the running back from Tacoma.
Absolutely, and I think Tacoma's going to look to rely on Brad Jones to produce here in order to win this game, as well as some additional production from Johnny Reno, as well as Kaufman and Savage, the receivers.
And for Birmingham, they've got on the board for the first time here in the SFLm Season 3 as Bryce Hardaway finds the end zone for his first passing touchdown. I think this is a highlight here. Good ball there to Xavier Inman deep in the own end zone. And that's where we find our scoreline, 10-10, as we wrap up the halftime report. Coming into the second half here, Aaron, who needs to step up in order for their side to win?
Randy Squarebush needs to step up in a big way for Birmingham here in order for Birmingham to come away with this. For Tacoma, it's got to be Brad Jones. Both halfbacks are going to be absolutely key to their team winning this ball game.
Let's get to a couple chat shout-outs before we begin the second half. Axel Raven, Orain Darby, Xavier Hawkins, Rusty Films, among others, joining us here tonight on SFL Action this Friday evening. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Aaron Alexander. Great to see all of you here tonight between this matchup between Birmingham and Tacoma, as Xavier Inman gets his return to the 23 to begin the second half. First down for the Fuel as Hardaway goes under center. Near formation on the field, an old school style, as they put 8 men in the box for Tacoma's defense. Handoff up the middle for Squarebush, and he is mauled right there after picking up 2 yards by multiple Grizzlies.
Yes, they're using Squarebush early here. I definitely agree with that call from Birmingham. We'll have to see, though, if he's able to break away for some big yardage.
This time we'll go to the far formation. 10 men in the box for Tacoma as Squarebush is eaten alive in the backfield by number 52. As I believe he had a name change from last week. That's Earl Fields the fourth, picking up the tackle for loss.
Yeah, big play there for Earl Fields in order to stop Birmingham in the backfield. And force a long third down situation.
Gun straight set here on third down. It's an out route to the far side. That one's hauled in by Darby for a couple, but it's well short of the first down as there was some great coverage by Tacoma's defense.
Yeah, Tacoma forcing a very, very key 3 and out here in this first drive in the second half. We'll see if they can capitalize on the field position.
So it's a quick 3-and-out for the Birmingham offense after they looked really, really strong to end out the first half. The second half adjustments made by Tacoma's defense stifled them here to a 3-and-out. Good spin move there by the return man. Mitchell Simpson picks up a couple, and he's down to the 42.
Yep, got to look for Tacoma here to try and drive on the Birmingham defense and try and pull ahead here in this here early in the second half.
Start out in decent field position at their own 42. Brad Jones is offset to the left behind Johnny Reno as Reno takes a 5-step drop, tries to find his man on the out route. That's hauled in and caught, and it's gain there of about 6 by Shane Kaufman.
Yep, Shane Kaufman again. One of those keys, I think, in order to give Tacoma this win.
Second and 4 upcoming now for the Grizzlies offense. Offset I. Behind Johnny Reno, 2 wide receivers off to the left. Linebacker shift strong side. As it'll be a dump off near side. That one's hauled in by Brad Jones, and Jones muscles his way forward. No, check that. That's Hatari Hanzo with the reception. The fullback getting in on the action. That's a good enough for the first down.
Yeah, and as a fullback myself, you absolutely love to see the fullback getting involved here. Good catch from Hattori Hanzo.
And this time he's joined alongside of Tendai, and they're in the strong eye. Handoff Jones, this time up the middle. He's met maybe right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1. Brett Woods meets him there at the 46.
Good defense there from Brett Woods in order to stifle Brad Jones for only a 1-yard gain.
Second and 9 upcoming. I formation. Reno back to pass. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it quickly, and it falls incomplete. Intended for Mike Savage, but Brett Woods was there again to knock it away.
Yeah, I think a bit of a miscue there between Johnny Reno and Mike Savage. Just threw it a little too far ahead of Mike did Reno, and unfortunately that's just going to fall incomplete.
And now the Grizzlies will trot out 4 wide receivers on this third down as Brad Jones split off to the right behind Johnny Reno. Dump off underneath. That's caught by Savage, but for the first time today, a catch by Savage does not go for a first down, and both teams will trade a couple of short drives.
Yeah, this is more what I expected from these two teams going into this game. Very, very back and forth defensively between both of them. Whatever was said in the locker room has definitely resonated with both of these defenses.
Landers will get his punt away, angles it to the near side. That one's going to fall at the 9, take a Grizzlies bounce at the 5, and they'll down it at the 4. So a good special teams play. And I was going to say there, Aaron, if any of our viewers are, of the old school mentality and like defensive struggles, this has been your football game.
Absolutely.
As now we'll see what Birmingham can come up with deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive at the 4. They'll pack in everybody in on the line. Handoff for Squarebush up the middle. He gets turned around by a tackler and sat down at the 9. So definitely moving in the right direction. Definitely don't want to get stopped behind the line, especially when you're near your own end zone.
Absolutely, and that pop-up that just came up here of the stats show why I think Tacoma has the edge right now is because Squarebush hasn't really been able to do much against this defense.
We'll see if the second half adjustments have changed that in any way, as Squarebush will be called on to be in the receiving game, this time maybe led a little bit too far by Bryce Hardaway, ruled incomplete.
Yeah, just I think Bryce tried to hit Squarebush a little too late there. and it's going to fall for a pretty big third down deep in their own territory.
From the 9-yard line, have to get to about the 15 to convert. Bump coverage on the outside from the corners. Hardaway back to pass, finds his man over the middle, and that's caught. Good enough for a first down. That's the week 2 signing, Talon Steele, replacing CJ Arthur for the first down.
Yeah, and that's absolutely brilliant. Throwing the ball to the big 6'7", 278-pound tight end. Big play there from Talon Steele.
And after converting on third down, it'll be a fresh set of downs for Birmingham on their own 23. Squarebush gets the call on first down. He runs up the gut, picks up 5 yards. So already 10 yards on this drive alone. Really been pretty productive so far, wouldn't you say, Aaron?
Yeah, I definitely think, though, that Birmingham needs Squarebush to break away big sometime in this game.
Birmingham special. Handoff up the middle for Squarebush. Squarebush fighting off defenders, and will get to about the line to gain stop, maybe just short, and it'll be 3rd and short upcoming for Birmingham.
And that's what you want to see out of Squarebush here. Nice, strong, solid running up the middle or bounced outside.
And the Fuel come out in the far look as the safeties creep up to the line of scrimmage. 10 men in the box to counter this heavy set from the Fuel. Handoff, Squarebush up the middle is good enough for the first down as he was tripped up from behind by Jeff Olson.
Yeah, Birmingham's starting to put some things together here against Tacoma's defense. Definitely look to see Tacoma try and tighten up here defensively to stop this drive from taking up the rest of the third quarter.
We'll play bump coverage again on the outside as Squarebush gets the call up the middle, has a huge hole up the middle, and that's a huge gain from the running back for Birmingham, and it's another first down.
And that's exactly what Birmingham needed on this drive, was for Squarebush to break away big. Unfortunately, the bump coverage call going against Tacoma here. Squarebush is able to run through the secondary.
Good little drive, as this drive did start at the 4-yard line. Now they're at the 48 of Tacoma. Linebackers shift back toward the middle as Hardaway changes up the play at the line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle for Squarebush. This time gets maybe about 3 before being tackled by a couple of Grizzlies. Cody Griffin among one of them.
Yes, again, some strong running, though, by Squarebush to prevent that run from being stuffed in the backfield, and manages to pick up 3.
And here we go. Birmingham special again as Hardaway's back to pass. Good pocket. Passes near side to a diving defender to knock it away. Tremendous effort. And that's Earl Fields the 4th with the deflection.
Absolutely acrobatic deflection there from Earl Fields in order to prevent that from going into the hands of the Birmingham receiver. Beautiful, beautiful effort there.
Instead of it being a 2nd and short, it'll be a 3rd and long, and Birmingham will go to the gun straight formation. 3rd and 7, now for the Fuel. Can they keep the drive alive? Out route, far side. That one's hauled in by Darby as he'll fall out of bounds, and he'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, definitely, I think, should have displayed more patience for Hardaway there. Try and find something a bit deeper downfield. Unfortunately, Birmingham going to be forced to punt it away.
Definitely outside field goal range, and here comes Taylor Benjamin on a punt it away. That one angled toward the far sideline, takes a Tacoma bounce. That one's going to roll into the end zone, down for a touchback. Visit the all-new SFL League website at www.simulationfl.net. For info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it, links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Bump coverage from Birmingham as Tacoma start their drive in the far formation. Handoff for Brad Jones up the middle. Picks up 4, and he's met at the 24 by Nana Leahy. He's had a huge game today.
Absolutely. Almost 100 yards rushing here on only about 15 to 20 carries. Absolutely brilliant game here for Brad Jones.
Offset back behind Johnny Reno as he's back to pass. Blitz coming, and the pass is off and called in for the first down. Good little pitch and catch for Tacoma, and it's a first down to the tight end.
Yeah, that's going to go to Big Bill Henry here. He's been pretty silent so far this game, but coming up big here on this drive for Tacoma.
Ace formation for Tacoma. They'll run it up the gut with Brad Jones. He sneaks away from one before being brought down after picking up 5 yards by Garrett Hudson.
Yeah, some more strong running there from Brad Jones. That's going to put him over his, matching his yardage total from last game. So, good job here from Brad Jones.
Having an excellent game so far, and we're just about to end the third quarter as Jones gets the call. This time, he's going to go backwards as Garrett Hudson finds him in the backfield.
Yeah, big tackle there from Garrett Hudson to stop Brad Jones in the backfield, not allowing him to get any more yards.
Led the team in tackles a week ago with total of 14 total tackles, 9 solo, 4 assisted, and 2 of those being tackles for loss, and he just adds to his total here in this football game. Reno back to pass, finds Jones on the dump off to the far side. Hudson can't get to him quick enough, and Jones will convert on third down.
Yeah, that was a big stop there, though, from the freed safety, Jerry D. Gond, in order to prevent that from going any further than the first down marker.
New set of downs here for the Grizzlies as time continues to wind down in the third quarter. Still tied up at 10 apiece here in this one. Reno passes near side. That's hauled in by Mike Savage and dragging defenders with him. Picks up 9 yards.
Yeah, that was some good running after that grab from Mike Savage. Almost pulled both defenders that were on him to the first down line.
It's 1 yard to convert a first down. We'll see if they do it here on second down. One wide receiver split off to the left as Tacoma go in the near formation. Linebackers for Birmingham shift to the near side. Handoff. Jones up the middle. Sneaks through the line and will pick up the first down to the 39-yard line.
Some more strong, solid running from Brad Jones. Just running all over Birmingham's defense right now.
This could be the last play of the third quarter. I formation for the Grizzlies. 3 wide out, split off to left and right. Pass, far side, deflected, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Tremendous play from the cornerback standout, Xavier Hawkins.
Absolutely brilliant read from Xavier Hawkins there to deflect that ball from falling into the hands of Shane Kaufman. Great read again from Hawkins.
Both stud wide receivers, Savage and Kaufman, were going in that area, and it was almost a 1-on-2 mismatch, but Hawkins was up to the task. Now it'll be second down with 11 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Strong I formation off to the left. Handoff. Jones, he cuts it inside. Might have had a little bit more room to work on the outside, but it's Greg Verne comes up with another tackle And we will reach the end of the quarter. Get your 4s and 86s up in chat. It's a tie ball game as we enter the fourth quarter. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Fourth quarter of action coming your way between Birmingham and Tacoma. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Aaron Alexander. Thanks for joining us here this evening on Week 2 SFLm action. Reno back to pass. He's going to bomb it deep down the middle. That one's hauled into the red zone. Go Tacoma. And it's a tremendous catch by Mitchell Simpson.
Yeah, an absolutely beautiful grab there from Mitchell Simpson over the head of the defender. And just brilliant all around.
And that's a way, what a way to get the fourth quarter started by a deep bomb by Johnny Reno. And the Grizzlies are in business in the red zone down to the 13-yard line. Two backs in the backfield, three wide receivers here for the Grizzlies. They'll go with Brad Jones up the middle, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And it has to be said, Greg Verne, somebody signed that man to a contract. He's been a stud today.
Absolutely. Multiple sacks, multiple tackles for loss, multiple touchdown-saving tackles on some of these runs. He's played out of his mind today.
Linebackers shift to the weak side as there'll be a run to the near side. Jones untouched into the end zone, and the Grizzlies stamp her back out in front. Touchdown, Tacoma!
Yeah, so great running there from Brad Jones. Some beautiful blocks downfield as well. That last block from the fullback, Hattori Hanzo, definitely allowing Brad Jones to go into the end zone absolutely untouched.
And on comes Potty on to attempt the extra point. Snap spot kick is up and it is good, and the Grizzlies retake their 7-point advantage at 17-10, and we just got going here in the fourth quarter. And Potty sends it on its way, and Xavier Inman gets his return started as he has a couple of blocks, tries to angle to the far side, and is met and persuaded to go down to the ground there at the 28-yard line. So we'll see Bryce Hardaway come back on the field to start another drive as his team find themselves down again by 7.
Yeah, but if history is want to repeat himself, we'll definitely see Birmingham drive down the field and score.
Going to the gun straight this time. Trips near side of the formation. Dime look from Tacoma. It'll be all slants pattern. That one's hauled in underneath and good enough for about 9.
Yeah, that's going to be Mike Kelly on the grab there. A big play from him to pick up 9 there. Birmingham starting this drive off right.
I'd like to see a square bush run up the middle, especially in this short yardage situation, wouldn't you, Aaron?
Agreed.
Indeed, they'll do run with square bush. This time out to the right side. He picks up maybe a half a length of football, but he's taken down. It'll be 3rd and inches upcoming.
Yeah, just unfortunate look there on that play from Birmingham. Squarebush not really able to get anything going until they bring up a very, very short 3rd down.
Tacoma pack in almost everybody. 10 men in the box. They'll run with Squarebush up the middle, and Squarebush gets enough for the first down as he's wrapped up at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that one very easily could have gone for more. Some strong running there from Squarebush to turn that into about 6 yards.
He drags Owen Peace along with him, and it's finally Travis Merriweather able to wrap him up from behind. And here come the Fuel at the 44-yard line. Fresh set of downs, and plenty of time to work with. Just under 8.5 left to go in regulation. One of the linemen jumped a little bit too early, and this play that would have gone backwards is going to have a free set of 5 yards handed to the way of the Birmingham Fuel.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the week 2 signing, the defensive end, John Swift, getting a little antsy there, jumping the gun a bit, and it's going to be a free play for Birmingham.
He's trying to make an impact on his debut. He's seen a couple other of the week 2 signings here in this football game have such an impact. He'll get his chance. He just needs to be a little bit more patient, and he'll find his way into the backfield soon enough. Offset eye behind Bryce Hardaway here on this 1st and 5. And off. Square Bush up the middle. He usually picks up 5 in these situations. This time only able to pick up 3 for being brought down there by Earl Fields IV.
Yeah, it's just some good penetration from Tacoma's defense in order to prevent Randy Squarebush from getting that 5 yards. But it's going to bring up a really short 2nd down.
We would call him this one the Birmingham Special. You find 2 backs split off to the left and right of Bryce Hardaway, and there's usually about 3 wide receivers in this set. As Hardaway is going to try and find his out route there on the near side, hauled in. Great catch by Orain Darby, and they'll convert. It'll be a 1st down for Birmingham.
And a good stop there from Mike Little, the free safety, in order to prevent that from going any further than the 1st down line.
They'll flip the Birmingham Special this time. 2 wide receivers off to the left, and Squarebush gets the call on the run up the middle, and he'll drag defenders. He'll be brought down to the Tacoma 42 after a pickup of 3.
And you have to give credit to the heart of Randy Squarebush. Got hit in the backfield there, but still manages to make forward progress, picking up 3 yards there.
And this time, Hardaway goes under center. Another handoff for Squarebush up the middle. He's met almost immediately in the backfield, taken down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down for the Fuel.
And that's going to be big Jeff Olson on the stop there. Absolutely beautiful defensive call from Tacoma.
So here on this crucial 3rd down, it'll be the gun straights package on the field for the Fuel. Hardaway back to pass, floats it near side, finds Darby. Again, it's going to be short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 4th and 4, and with just over a half of the quarter gone, it's decision time for these Fuel.
I think they go for it. I'll be honest with you, I think they go for it being down 7 here.
Instead, we'll see Taylor Benjamin trot out onto the field with the punting unit.
Could it be a fake?
Have to see what happens as Benjamin is going to go ahead and punt this one away toward the near sideline. That one's going to fall at about the 7. Angle its way into the end zone, and indeed will be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. Reno's going to pump once and fire an out route to the near side. That one's hauled in by Mike Savage. Good pickup of 8, and the drive gets off to a good one for the Grizzlies.
Yep, Mike Savage has been one of Johnny Reno's favorite targets so far this game. Usually his catches go for at least 10, but it looks like Birmingham's going to challenge whether or not the catch was made in bounds. And
now,
I'll be honest,
I don't... Go ahead, Aaron, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think this is going to go Birmingham's way. I think that he had at least that 1 foot in when he caught the ball.
Looked like he had 2 feet in bounds, and if this is not reversed, This may end up coming to bite Birmingham in the back, and indeed, they will not be able to reverse the challenge. So Birmingham will lose one of their crucial timeouts, and that's a pretty big loss, especially when you're down by a touchdown.
Yeah, I very much question the decision to challenge that there, but clearly the coaching staff at Birmingham saw something that I didn't.
Offset eye behind Johnny Reno on second down. The handoff, Brad Jones up the middle, has a couple of blocks, has a good gain, and he'll be down at the 37-yard line after a pickup of about 9 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, and I think Brad Jones has been probably the breakout player this game for Tacoma. Has just absolutely run through Birmingham's defense all game.
Rusty Films is interested in calling a few SFL games. We'll go ahead and complete that applications, and Chris Curtis and Mike Dagg should be in touch with you after that. As Reno fires a floater over the middle, that one's hauled in by Shane Kaufman, and that's a pickup of 10, and they'll go back-to-back plays on conversions for first downs.
Yeah, and Johnny Reno was actually hit as he threw that ball. Somehow finds the hands of Shane Kaufman. Good awareness from Kaufman there to get that grab.
3 wideouts and 2 backs in the backfield for Tacoma on this first down. As Jones gets the call up the middle, and he's swarmed by the Tacoma defense, led by number 42, Garrett Hudson.
Yeah, big stop for Birmingham here, preventing Brad Jones from getting any sort of big yardage on first down.
2 wide receivers to Reno's right, 2 tight ends, and a halfback to his left. We'll see which way they go, with now them just playing with the clock. Reno's going to go back to pass, fire over the middle, and that's a dangerous ball that luckily for the quarterback just falls incomplete. Brett Woods in on the coverage.
And if you're Brett Woods, you're probably beating yourself up over the fact that you couldn't just get your hands around that ball and pick it off. Lucky break for Tacoma and Johnny Reno.
I think that's why he's playing defense. I know he's probably been talking to Adam Wiseman about maybe getting him some reps as a tight end, but that's why we see him over there on the defense. Reno has to roll to his left, still rolling, has to throw across his body, and what a play there for the quarterback, and just barely missing out on a first down yard with Mitchell Simpson. What an effort, though, from the quarterback.
Absolutely beautiful throw there under pressure on the run from Johnny Reno. Admittedly, I wouldn't be surprised if Tacoma either goes for it, which it looks like they are, or challenges the spot.
This could be a huge play if they go for it and make it, as that would put Birmingham really on the back foot. Indeed, they call Brad Jones' number, and Garrett Hudson takes him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it's a turnover on downs.
And if you're Birmingham, that's what you love to see. Garrett Hudson coming up absolutely huge in a very, very key fourth down conversion. Unfortunately for Tacoma, it doesn't go their way.
He was untouched. None of the defensive linemen were able to get a hand on him, and that just sprang him free to pick up the crucial tackle. As now we will see the Birmingham offense come back on the field, down by a touchdown, 3:24 left in regulation. What can they come up with? Hardaway back to pass here on first down. Finds Squarebush, who angles it into the interior of the field, picks up 3 yards, and they'll hustle back to the line. Time it'll be a handoff up the middle for Squarebush. He picks up maybe a yard. 3rd and 6 upcoming. They'll hustle back to the line. Under 3 minutes left in regulation. There'll be a play action. Fires deep over the middle, and that's incomplete. A pass intended for Derek Chance. And it's a quick 3 and out for Birmingham unless they decide to go for it in their own territory.
Yeah, I don't think going hurry up there really benefited Birmingham. I understand, we're swiftly approaching the 2-minute warning, but that look just wasn't good for Birmingham.
And now we'll see Taylor Benjamin on to punt it away. Their defense able to come up with a stop last time, and that's what they'll have to be banking on the next change of possession. High snap pressure coming as Benjamin is able to get his punt away as Simpson sneaks by a tackler and is taken down at the 18-yard line. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcasts each week with the hashtag MakeItImpact. Thanks for your support and your viewership. Big drive upcoming from Tacoma. Can they keep hold of the ball and just milk this clock? Jones gets the call on the far side as he's taken down behind the line as Nana Leahy gets off his block and tackles Brad Jones for a loss.
Yeah, Nana Leahy, the week two signing has absolutely showed out this game. 7 tackles, an interception, a big tackle for loss there. Leahy must be absolutely beaming right now.
2 seconds separate the play clock and game clock, so we'll see a play before the 2-minute warning. And off Jones, far side, has a couple of blockers as he tried to cut it back inside and is taken down at the 20 and will reach the 2-minute warning as we have a good finish brewing between the Birmingham Fuel and the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have a 7-point advantage. Can they hold on to the football? We'll find out when we come back. Two minutes left to go in regulation. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Aaron Alexander. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, as this is the second game of the first doubleheader of Week 2 SFLm minor league action. Reno back to pass on third down, finds his man on the out route near side. That's Mike Savage, who turns upfield and picks up the first down, and importantly stays in bounds, which forces Birmingham to call their second timeout.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant again there from Mike Savage. Again, one of Reno's favorite targets, and he shows why with that catch there.
Meanwhile, the game going on alongside ours, also on SFL YouTube, between Lexington and Albuquerque. That game also deep into the fourth quarter. Albuquerque have a commanding lead. They are leading currently 52-34 as the Tacoma Grizzlies looking to put this one away. Handoff, Jones up the middle, and he's folded it like a lawn chair at the 40-yard line, and Birmingham call their final timeout.
Yeah, I think with that final timeout, this game is firmly in the hands of Tacoma. Some great smash mouth football, though, from both of these teams. Kept it very close all game.
A first down conversion would more than likely seal it, as Tacoma are instead going to kneel and take as much time off of that clock as they possibly can. And we'll see that one roll all the way to about 1:10. And they'll probably take one more kneel down before they have to punt it away. And indeed, they will trot out the victory formation, even though they will have to punt this one away, and Birmingham may have a chance to play spoiler between these two teams, as again, we'll see Reno take a knee. Tomorrow, the quarterfinals kick off on Next Level Sports. First, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, watch Lone Star in Baltimore as the Vultures look to defend their Season 16 title. Then, the stingiest defense in the SFL in the Fort Worth Toros travel north of the border to take on the Legion in Vancouver at 6:45. Don't miss a minute of the intense postseason action. the SFL on Next Level Sports. We put the fan in fantasy. So indeed, about a 30-second difference, and so we'll probably see a couple plays from Birmingham as Johnny Landers will punt this one away. Xavier Inman gets his return started at the 25 and is wrapped up at the 29. And so a big spot for the Fuel. Can Bryce Hardaway lead his team down the field to maybe set up overtime? Aaron, I don't want to get too superstitious, but both times me and you have been on a call together, we've seen overtime.
Let's hope that this is the game that breaks that.
So you're rooting for Tacoma at this point. That's a little bit unbiased there, Aaron. Anyways, Bryce Hardaway is going to throw a pass, all slants. That's caught by Orain Darby, and they'll have to hurry back up to the line. They're going to have to go ahead and spike it as Hardaway does with 12 seconds remaining on the ticker.
Yep, I think we have time for one more play. I think we're going to see Hail Mary out of Birmingham. We'll have to see if they're able to convert it, though.
And indeed, here comes Hardaway. More than likely in the gun. Hail Mary formation. This is going to be more than likely the last play of the football game. Anything can happen. Hardaway, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to be brought down for a sack, and that should do it. The Grizzlies will walk out of Birmingham, the Season 2 runner-ups, with their first victory in Season 3.
Yeah, and that was just an absolute thriller to the end there, but you see the difference that a good run game can make. Absolutely brilliant from Brad Jones, and I think that he's going to end up being the player of the game here.
As Birmingham were just unable to get anything going in the second quarter, it looked like they had some momentum, completing a touchdown drive to end out the first half, but credit to this Tacoma defense just stifling them left, right, and center. There were no turnovers in the second half, if mine serves me correctly.
That is correct. There were no interceptions, no fumbles, nothing.
Just two stellar defenses coming to play, and ultimately it was Tacoma here in the fourth quarter that just had enough. And it was Brad Jones picking up 2 touchdowns to lead the way for the Grizzlies. And the pundits have decided that he will be today's player of the game with 140 yards and those 2 crucial touchdowns, which ended up sealing the day for Tacoma. We got more SFLm action coming up later tonight, so please stick around. But for all of us here in Birmingham, from Aaron Alexander, the Commissioner Cameron Irvine, I've been Tyler Falk. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. And until then, it's good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.